Good evening in Manila, but here in London, it's a bright and sunny afternoon. Mataas ang araw, unlike the other days when it's been raining. It's almost 4 p.m. here in London. I'm here at the Southwark Park in London. Yung nakikita nyo sa likod ko, yan ang tinatawag ngayon na the queue. Ito ang pinakalikod, likod ng pila that stretches 3.5 miles. So nagcrawl back ang queue from the Palace of Westminster here to Bermondsey. It's 3.5 miles. In normal circumstances, isang oras at kalahati mo siyang lalakarin. Pero kung pipila ka para makita si Queen Elizabeth or ang coffin ni Queen Elizabeth, you would have to spend. Ngayon at this, it varies per day at this point. People here have been coming here are warned that they may have to spend 14 hours on the line. At maikli pa yon because some at the first 2 days of the lying in state from Thursday and Friday, they were spending almost 24 hours at the queue at umuulan pa nung Webes at Biyernes. So ngayon, it's a bit shorter, 14 hours, but that's because they cut the line also. This Southwark Park is it's the starting point of the queue. Kapag nag-reach capacity ang park, puputulin nila like they did last night, and then they will resume, and they just resumed midday dito magtanggap ng tao sa queue. It's very, very efficient. Well, by Philippine standard, it's really very efficient. When you come to the queue, first of all, you would know where to go because meron silang live tracker sa YouTube kung nasaan na ang queue. So, if for some reason kokonti ang tao at hindi na dito sa Southwark Park ang starting point, you would know kung nasaan ang dulo or starting point ng pila. The British government on its website and on Twitter are continuously updating. So alam nila ng mga tao kung they are advised not to go to the queue dahil hindi nga muna magtatanggap. So it's very efficient like that. Kapag pagpunta mo dito, pagbaba mo pa lang ng station, ng tube station that is nearest to the park, staff are already waiting there for you para sabihan kung saan ka pupunta, and posters are everywhere. And when you get here, kung gusto mong umihi, meron mo ng mga portalet, and then they will give you a wristband para meron kang marker, and when you want to leave the queue to go to the bathroom or to buy snacks or food, you can leave your queue and not lose your place actually, para organized ang lahat. You can bring bags pag pumunta ka dito because normally you would have to bring food and other clothing. Pero pag nasa Palace of Westminster ka na, you will have to drop your bag at a bag drop point dahil walang pwedeng hindi pwedeng magpasok sa Palace of Westminster ng malaking bag. Hindi ka rin pwedeng magpasok ng cellphone. Pero here at the queue, it's all fair play muna, and you're just asked to observe like decorum at the queue. Kahapon, yung mga pumila, nakatsempo sila because when they got to the Palace of Westminster, nag-change guard yung coffin, and the royal family, the Queen's children, King Charles III, Princess Anne, and Prince Andrew, and Prince Edward, stood guard at the Queen's coffin. I think we have footage of that, images of that, that's right. You're seeing King Charles III, the new King of England, standing guard by his mother, and with him are his siblings, the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew, and Prince Edward. They stood guard for 15 minutes. So yung mga nakachempo sa kanila doon, hindi lang nila nakita si Queen, kundi nakita rin nila ang kanilang king. A lot of people are really queuing up to see the Queen. Even British football legend David Beckham, queued for 12 hours. Ayan, you're seeing images of David Beckham at the queue. And he said it was important for him to queue up for the Queen because he was raised by a family and by grandparents who are royalists. At kung buhay daw yung lolo at lola niya, ay malamang ay makikipila rin sila. Pagdating natin dito sa Southwark Park kanina, nakilala natin ang isang grupo ng mga Pilipina na prepared mag-overnight dito sa Southwark Park. And again, the kinship to the Queen or to the Crown of Filipinos are strong because to some extension, it was the Crown that brought them here and give them the lives that they now enjoy. We have sound bites of that from the group of Filipinos. We're gonna play it now.
And I enjoyed my life here. It makes me a good future. I have a good job and I earn good money, and mainly I help my family back home. So this, what happened to the Queen, is really like, I would like personally to give to pay my tribute to her for the goodness of the way she ruled this country.
How are you prepared for the 14-hour walk or wait? Ano po mga dala nyo dyan?
We are prepared. That's why we have enough time.
Ano po mga dala nyo?
Tubig, pagkain,
Pagkain.
2 liters of water,
2 liters of water.
sandwiches,
Sandwiches.
and a little wine.
And a reading material po, no?
Two
Correct.
cell phone with a huge memory thing. Hello.
Opo. Okay, thank you.
Came from monument. Then para lang makita namin yung Queen. Kung yung ano yung ba yung para ma-feel din namin kung ano yung nararamdaman ng iba. Kaya nandito kami ngayon.
Ilan taon na po kayo sa England, ma'am?
Actually, since 2008, until now, but I've been to Sweden for 1994, then Spain, then I went to Riga, then this is the final destination.
Hindi po kayo na-discourage na 14 hours ang lalakarin nyo?
Actually, nag-surrender na nga eh. Kaya lang nag-taxi kami.
Okay.
Kaya ngayon, andito na kami.
Alright. Do you consider her your queen also?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course. Bye-bye!
Nakapakinggan nyo ang pahayag ng dalawang Pilipinong nandito sa Southwark Park at the very back of the line where they are prepared to spend the night for a 14-hour wait to see the Queen at the Palace of Westminster. Just an advancer, the Queen will be lying in state until tomorrow, Sunday, for a full 24 hours. So people could still go here to the line. On Monday is the state funeral. Flights to the main airport of London, the London Heathrow, have been cancelled for the skies to turn silent for a whole day for Queen Elizabeth, the longest reigning monarch of England. 6:30 a.m. dito sa London, magsisimula na ang preparation, and by 11 a.m. the guests will have to converge at the Westminster Abbey. Katabi lang to ng Palace of the Queen is lying in state at the Palace of Westminster right now, but the ceremony will be at the Westminster Abbey. Katabi lang, the ceremony will begin at 11 a.m. The Westminster Abbey is where Queen Elizabeth married King Philip, and it was where she was crowned in 1953. At dito rin nagkaroon ng idinaos ng state funeral ni Princess Diana. Queen Elizabeth will be the first monarch, British monarch, to be given a state funeral at the Westminster Abbey. And she will be the first monarch whose funeral would be televised. After the 11 a.m. ceremony at the Abbey, there will be 2 minutes of silence wherein God Will Save the King will play, and it's the first time after 70 years that God Will Save the King will play, because for 70 years it has always been God Save the Queen. And from the Westminster Abbey, there will be a procession to Windsor. And by 3 p.m., magkakaroon ulit ng isa pang ceremony in Windsor. At ililibing na siya. She will be laid to rest at the St. George's Chapel at the grounds of the Windsor Chapel by 7 p.m. So the ceremony at the Windsor will be from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Expected to attend our heads of states, including United States President Joe Biden and United States First Lady Jill Biden, as well as the heads of states of Commonwealth nations. The royal family has not announced or given a list of which of the working members of the royal family will attend, but they are all expected to attend the ceremony at the Abbey to the procession to the Windsor Castle. Yan muna, we will be live, giving you live updates from the funeral on Monday beginning 6:30 a.m. London time. Mula dito sa Southwark Park sa London. Lian Buan, Rappler.